Hola clase, I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry I'm at this angle again. I think I did this with you guys one time before, but I'm trying to get that thing off to the side so you can see what I'm writing here. Anyway, we're gonna be working on, this is resource book 5 and 8, I believe. So 5 and 9. Okay, so this is resource book 5. So if you want to pull that page out. And I just wanted to go over a couple in each section so you can just give you an example, and then you guys can do the rest, and I'll send out the answers tomorrow. Okay, so remember for this, unless it's one of our irregulars, which is ir, ser, and ver, which are in the notes, unless it's one of the irregulars, we just going to add the abas and the ias. So our imperfect endings for AR verbs is the aba, abas, abba, abamos, aban. And for ER and IR verbs, it's ia, ias, ia, iamos, and ian. Okay? Now, the tricky part about this is that we just do it like a normal verb. Even though a lot of these verbs, we've been used to them, like jugar. Like ustedes is just jugaban. Jugaban. We don't do a stem change. There's no U to UE. We just do jugaban, right? Ustedes ending is the aban. And so that's like you guys played or used to play. And the IR verbs, hacer is irregular because we have hago. But in the imperfect form, it's just hacíamos. Okay? That's all it is. So estaba and then the cantaba, escribía. I don't know. They might be different endings. I'm just adding the yo form to them. Okay? I think that's about it. So just use your stems, add the right ending to it based on the imperfect tense. Okay, let me move this down and we'll do the bottom section. Okay, here's actividad 3. Okay, so this one, I'll leave the RB5 up there. This one gives it to you in the present tense in the first part of the sentence, and then it's asking you to now write it in the imperfect. Okay, so again, juega comes from jugar, and so in the present tense you stem change the U to UE, but in this one you just go, oh gosh, I just did it. What the arche? Okay, so you don't. So you say Roberto, there's my stem, jug, and then I add aba to it, jugaba. So Roberto juega al fútbol, Robert plays soccer, and then we switch it to Robert used to play soccer, okay? Let's see, another one. Ver is one of our irregulars. So my friends and I watched the video. My friends and I used to watch the video. So we put veíamos el video, okay? So you're just changing it from present tense to imperfect. Remember, S comes from the verb ser. That's going to be one of your irregulars. Vamos comes from ir, so go back to those two. Ven is from ver, so again, you'll use your chart with ver, like we did up here. This is salir, practicar, enseñar. Those are all normal. Llorar, hacer. So I think we're good on all the rest of those. Okay? All right. Let me turn it over and we'll do the preterite versus imperfect. Okay, this is, you just have to pick which form it is. So this is resource book 9, I believe. Resource book 9. And we're just going to go through and, let's say underline. Oh, we're going to circle. So we got to figure out when did this happen? How many times did it happen? If we started and ended. If we can tell any of that information, then we'll know if it's pret or imperfect. So last week, el fin de semana pasado. Actually, that's last weekend, right? So again, a definite time period. One time, so we're going to go fuimos. That one should be fuimos. We went to a party. I was very nervous, okay, because, oh, sorry, this keeps going. I thought that was the end. Oh. So I was very nervous So we're going to say yo estaba. We don't know when you started being nervous or when you ended being nervous. You're just very nervous. Okay, now the party took place at the house of my worst enemy. Wow. Okay, so we're going to say what fue, because the party happened. It was last weekend. The party began and ended, right? Okay, so we're going to say fue. Pero todo fue, everything went very well. All right, again, we're still talking about the party that began and ended. We arrived there at 5 in the afternoon. So that's a specific time. So we're going to use preterite, llegamos. You wouldn't say we used to arrive there at 5 in the afternoon, right? It's like you arrived. Like, anyway. And my enemy, I shouldn't be doing all these for you, huh? My enemy was wearing a horrible dress. A horrible dress. So she wore, right? Again, we talk about the party. Oh, man. But we could talk about when we don't know when she put it on, when she took it off. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have you guys think about that one. Okay? Think about numero seis. See, that's why this one is so hard, because even Spanish teachers are like, oh, it could be this, could be that. So anyway, I'll try and make it a lot more obvious in the test that I give you when we come back. But anyway, so I'll do those first 5 for you. Work on the rest of them again. So you're looking for in the sentence, did this happen once? Do I know? Did it begin and did it end? Or is this something like we used to do? Or something that was going on when something else happened? Then you would use imperfect, okay? All right, so there's the first 5 for you. So do the rest. If you're not sure, kind of guess. And then again, I'll send out the answers tomorrow. And if you have questions on these, then send me a message on Remind. And I can help you out. Okay? All right, here's activity. Can we fit both these on there? Well, we can fit. Okay, yeah, we can do a couple. All right, here's on cuatro. This is actividad cuatro. So this is saying when I was young, right? Well, when we don't know when that began or ended. So we'll say when yo. We're going to use ser, so we're going to use era. Cuando yo era pequeña, mi mamá tenía muchas películas en la casa. So my mom had a lot of movies at the house. Mi mamá solo le. So my mom only liked to watch the movies romance, de amor, the movies of love. Okay? So what was pleasing to her, let's see. Oh, it's saying preterite or imperfect. Le gustaba. So again, this is like when you tell a story. We talked about that, where when you set up the background information, you're going to use imperfect like all the time. And so I prefería, to watch stories of princes and princesses. Now, here's where we switch. Notice this one where we say un día. So this is setting it up. When I was young, we had all these movies. My mom liked romance movies. I preferred these other types of movies. On this particular day, now we switch to the preterite. Okay, so on this particular day, these two are talking about on this particular day. So these two are going to be preterite. Then we switch to always. He always did this thing. We go back to imperfect. And then that night, again, we go back to a specific time. So this one will be a preterite, okay? So you got these first 3 imperfect. These 2 are preterite because now we're talking about this, on this particular day, this is what happened. Then we switch back to saying like, oh, well, he always did this. You know, we don't know when this started or stopped, but he always used to do this. We go back to imperfect, and then on that night, we go back to preterite, okay? All right. Last one down here, actividad cinco. Again, we're talking about, all this is about the time frame. How many times it happened? Do we know if we're talking about a completed action, something that began and ended? So yesterday, that tells us it happened, when it happened, began and ended, so we're going to do preterite. Last year, again, also a specific time frame. It began and ended, so we're going to do preterite here. Here, when I was young, no, we have no idea exactly when you're talking about. I used to ride my bicycle, so both of these are going to be imperfect. when I was young and I used to ride my bicycle. Okay, there's 2 more down there, 4 and 5. Cuatro y cinco. So do those. Again, it gives you kind of the layout of the sentence here. So this is saying cuando is when, ser is the verb to be. So when I was young, I used to ride, and that's all in this montar is all about I used to ride, okay? On my bicycle, in bicicleta. Okay, all right, so they give you a lot of the Spanish words. You've just got to conjugate the verbs in the imperfect with preterite. Okay, I think that's about it. Get working on that. I will, again, tomorrow, I don't know, sometime, I'll give you a little chance to work on it in the morning. But text me if you have any, message me if you have any questions, and then I will send out the answers tomorrow. Okay, miss you guys. Be safe.